Welcome everyone. Today we have our another new episode, and we will discuss about global talent show. And definitely we have our world famous speaker, Mr. Dev. Mr. Dev, how are you today?
I'm very good. I'm here in the Washington, D.C. area. I guess I'm in Maryland because there's a crab behind me. I usually live in Florida.
Excellent. I'm from Dhaka, a very small city in this planet. You are from one of the big cities in this world. So, what's inspired your talent? How does it connect to your personal stay or culture? Especially, I'm big fan of your book, and we are collaborating for this book, and we are promoting this book in South Asia. What's your thought?
Well, I've spent my whole life working on solving problems. That's my job. And the first problem I worked on was East Asia family planning. I did that for 10 years in Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, and the Philippines, and helped East Asia reduce their average family size from 6 kids to two. And that was so successful. It needs to happen in the rest of the world, but it's kind of stalled. And then I decided I was going to do something that was more fun. And so I wrote a book on juggling and taught the world to juggle. And I went to 12 different countries, and my books were available all over the world. And what I taught people to do was to juggle in slow motion with nylon scarves. And it worked. I taught millions to juggle, and the book went wild. And this was before the internet. So now, having all that success behind me, I've decided to do something green. And the green thing is the Green Actioneers Family Action Guide. This is the book. It's designed for families, not for kids, but for the whole family, because it has things that moms, dads, and kids can do together. And the idea is that every family in the school gets a copy of the Green Actioneers Family Action Guide, and they take it home and they get to work. And every time they do anything that's good for the planet that's in the book, or even things that aren't in the book, then they get to put a sticker on the wall in the school. And we're going to clean that up and make it really easy so that there will be stickers in the book, and they'll be able to peel the stickers out and stick them on the wall. So then the kids can brag about what it is that they're doing. We think of it like scouting for the 21st century. And in scouting, you have levels that you can attain. Those are the ranks in scouting. Well, scouting ranks are, tenderfoot and first class and star and life and eagle. Well, we've got ranks also. And our ranks are you can do one action and be a green actioneer. You can do five and you can become a sprout. You can do 10, you can be a sapling. You can do 20, you're a mighty oak. You do 50, you're a giant sequoia, a majestic redwood. You do 80, you're a giant sequoia. And if your whole class does something, then they become a mangrove forest. And if your entire school does something, they become a kelp forest. So these are going to be available, and they'll be with the book somehow, either as a special order or inserted in the book. And we also are going to make merit badges for these significant actions that you can see along the bottom here. Driving electric, getting solar panels, switching all your light bulbs to LEDs, and using wind energy. So this is an attempt to get bubble up to work, because trickle down obviously hasn't worked. We've had now 30 Congress of Parties, or COPs, to try to get people to change their habits with regard to the climate. And it hasn't worked because it hasn't gotten down to the people. So we're going to start with the people, create bubbles of change at the household level. They're going to expand and grow, and eventually cultures will change. That's how it works.
Okay, very good, very interesting, and I feel that this will be very helpful. If your talent could send one message to the world, what it would be?
Get the kids on board with Going Green, and then let them nag the parents into Going Green, because that's the way it's going to work. The parents are too busy. They got too many things to do, and they're not necessarily on board. But once the kids say, Mom, why are we buying a gasoline car? We should buy an electric car. That's when change will take place. And so we have to get the kids on board. And the way to do that is through schools. So our program works through schools, but we don't want the teachers involved. They're busy enough. It comes in with parents. Parents bring in the book. They hold a family night for all the families in the school. Everybody shows up. Everybody goes home with a book. That's how it works.
Thank you. My next questions for you, like, who has been your biggest influential or mentor in developing your talent?
My talent, I don't know. That was so long ago. I'm 84 years old, so who knows? But in developing this program, I started by going to a seminar in 2006 presented by Al Gore. And he showed us his very scary slides. But here I was, a guy who had just been in 2,000 elementary schools with a friendly, happy, fun program. And now I'm going to show scary slides to kids. That's not going to work. So instead, I created my own slideshow. And instead of saying, here's how bad it's going to be when we do everything wrong, I said, here's how great it's going to be when we do everything right. And started going around to schools and doing a program that was called Climate Change is Elementary. And I created a brochure for that program based on the brochure that I had created previously for my other program, Juggling for Success. So those two programs, Juggling for Success and Climate Change is Elementary, were built on the same foundation. And so our new program, Green Actioneers, is using everything that I learned by doing that for over 50 years. And so my biggest influence is the kids, teachers, and parents who I've met in schools who have helped me to understand how to reach them.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. My next question, how do you see your talent contributing to better world? And I have another questions for you. What challenges have you overcome to bring your talent to this stage with your Green Action book?
Well, I think that the next step is going to be the hardest step. And that's where I have to become the politician and start going around and being acceptable as a presenter in schools everywhere with the Green Actioneers program. And I hope that many, many, many families will join me, that parents will see the book, go through the book, get excited, take the book with them to the school, show it to the faculty, show it to the principal, and get permission, maybe even have to go to the school board and get permission to do the program in the school. Then they'll present the program to the school, and they'll take all the credit and move the whole thing forward. I don't want to be at the front of the parade on the front elephant. I want other people to be at the front of the parade. My job is to help the parade get started and go along, because at the age of 84, I won't be here when this project is finalized. I hear two clocks ticking. One is my clock, the other is the climate clock. And I want this program to get going while I'm still around. So please listen to the OG, the old guy of climate change, and move forward with this. Take it step by step, get the book, and get excited. Right now, we're working on an edition of the book, which is a comic book. And these are all pages that were created by my new best friend, AI. And these pages are straight out of our book. And these are made simple and easy to understand for kindergarten, first grade, second grade. So in addition to the Green Actioneers Family Action Guide, we have the Green Actioneers Guide for Children. And that is going to be available online. If you purchase the Green Actioneers Family Action Guide, then you get a link to the Green Actioneers Guide for Children. And that's the fun one. That's the one that is all comic strips and not as serious. The Green Actioneers Family Action Guide, on the other hand, is appropriate for fifth grade and above and parents. But the new one is going to be for the little guys.
Great. My next question for you, if you could collaborate with any global artist or innovator, who would it be and why?
Well, I think that the artist and innovator that I am most excited about right now is AI. So I do a lot of work with my good friends at ChatGPT and Suno. Suno makes songs for me. I've written a whole bunch of songs about the climate, and I'll send them to anybody who asks for them. I didn't do much. All I had to do was prompt Suno, and Suno gave me wonderful songs that people really love, that are going to be the backbone for the program. So between the AI comics and the songs from Suno, I think we're going to have a real new program that's sparkling and bright.
Excellent. My next questions, like, what do you see your projects, what I call talent, evolving in the next 5 years?
Yeah, this is imperative. In the next 5 years, we have to drop a pebble in every pond. We have to get this started everywhere. So we need to have some schools in Bangladesh. We need to have some schools in Pakistan. We need to have some schools in India. We need to have schools in China. We need to have some schools in Japan, in Germany, Italy, France, everywhere. We need to have schools where the kids are taking the lead and saying to the parents, Mom, Dad, we've got to go green. And I don't care if the parents believe that the climate is changing or not. What they have to understand is that they can save money and save energy and save water and help us all have a clean, green future. One of my slogans is we should all become indigenous again. Because when people were indigenous to their environment, that meant they were in balance. They weren't destroying the environment. And we must become indigenous as a planet. And every place in the planet has to become indigenous. So over the next 5 years, I hope we'll see programs start in countries all over the world. This program that I'm creating, I call Scouting for the 21st Century. When I was a boy, 1 out of 3 American boys was a scout. Now it's 1 out of 92. And so we have to change that, not only in the US, but all around the world, and create a situation where every kid wants to be a green actioneer, and they want their parents to listen and pay attention because they want their parents to help them to go green, so that the next generation will be indigenous to the earth, just as a Native American tribe would be indigenous to their surroundings. We all have to become indigenous to the earth.
Yeah, I have one interesting question. You said you have your best friend AI, and you are focusing on green action books. But according to my knowledge as an AI expert, when AI innovating something, it's need a lot of energy, and so it's actually not environment friendly. It consumes a lot of energies, right?
Right.
So how you want to make ethical collaborations with AI and with your green actions?
There is enough energy. We're not capturing it properly. We're going deep into the ground and tearing out the energy that was stored there millions of years ago. That's coal, oil, and what they call natural gas, which is actually a petroleum product. And those three are very destructive. So what we have to do is, as quickly as possible, we have to start using the other modes of creating energy. And there's plenty. The amount of sun that falls on the earth in a day is enough to run everything that we want to do, that we can imagine forever. It's just that we aren't capturing it properly. We also have wind, and we have tide, and we have ocean currents, and we have geothermal energy. And all of these put together are enough to power every bit of electrical apparatus that we want. But we're not using it properly because the information to do this has not gotten out to people. People don't know that this is feasible. They see it as something that the government is doing on the side. Oh, yes, the government is building power plants. No, I am building a power plant on my roof, and I'm going to get a little mini windmill. And I only drive electric, and I have cut back on all the expensive things that I do in order to help to be sustainable. So that's the issue. Really, we can't turn down this gift of AI just because of energy use. Now, I understand that the energy required to run AI is not increasing, but actually decreasing, and that there are people working on that. And so I would suggest that whenever anybody puts in an AI installation, that they should have their own energy in line, so that on the roof of the building, plus a field nearby, there's solar panels, plus they have a windmill, so that they are creating their own energy.
Yeah, thank you. This is brilliant discussions. And I request all of our audience, please share our content as much as possible with the government agency, corporation, and academia. Especially, I request everyone, share it with international schools, share it with different schools and different young peoples, with the family. And hopefully through this process, we can develop a green actions communities. So thank you, Mr. Dev, for joining today's sessions.
Thank you very much for everything you do, Sharif. You're an inspiration to all of us.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Great session. Thank you.
Okay. Send me a copy.
I send you. I send you in your messenger. Please check.
Okay. Very good. And I'm having trouble with my Dave Finnegan at greenactioneers.com. So do everything through Dave Finnegan at yahoo.com.
Okay. Sure. I will do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.